Ladies and gentlemen, today I have 5 roller coasters that are absolutely out of this world. We're doing Coaster Spotlight Bundle Edition, sci-fi themed, and it's going to be an absolute banger. Sci-fi is a pack that's currently non-existent in Planet Coaster 2, which makes it extremely difficult to achieve, but our 5 creators here today have something special to show us all. So without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into today's Coaster Spotlight. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Squat to the Coaster Spotlight Bundle Sci-Fi Edition. We're kicking things off with our first creator of the day, going to Hyperdrive, created by Starry Agent 99, a master builder in this community, which now a grandmaster from the recent contest promotions. Absolutely amazing. And here they say, in the not so distant future, engineers have developed a brand new starship capable of light speed travel. The testing phase has begun, and you have been chosen to take your vehicle for test flight. Choose Photon or Blazer and prepare to blast off to light speed in 1.6 seconds onto the surface of an alien world. Can you complete the diagnostics and make it back to Earth safely? This is my second attempt at making Sci-Fi on Planet Coaster 2, and it was a lot of fun to build. Definitely make sure to take a look at it at night and keep your eyes peeled for some fun details scattered throughout. I hope you enjoy the test flight, Starry Agent 99. Let's go! All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the ride results. Here's a look at everything. Almost a mile or a kilometer in length, 106 kilometers per hour, 40 kilometers is the average speeds. Some airtime on this, 3 inversions. Let's see what the scenery rating is when this thing gets going. Boom, 22,600. Absolutely incredible. We're gonna kick things off with a seat view, and then we'll definitely check it out as night as well. This is looking absolutely incredible. Expect nothing less from Starry Agent, a grandmaster in this community. Let's go! Oh, that was sensational. My goodness. Although I am not convinced we're on an alien planet. We're definitely in the aquatic pack. The coral is not convincing me, but very, very cool. Very cinematic. I was in it. Action-packed, great music, great ambience. Let's see it at night. All right. Yeah, these scenes are phenomenal. I really like what you did with the boarding station, the way you open the doors. We're jumping through space. Lots of great visuals, and all done in a 4,000-piece blueprint, which you can download. Share codes are down in the description below. All right, let's go. Round 2. Phenomenal coaster layout on this. I really love what you did with this door opening. It's probably just a default piece from the aquatic pack, but it looks phenomenal. And the way you backlit it is also really cool. Same with here. We got this nice orange hue on things, reflecting off those shiny surfaces. The music is epic, but it doesn't really get going until the end. Too bad you couldn't set where the music starts and that sort of thing. But this is amazing. This is truly a work of art. Starry Agent 99 showing us how it's done, doing sci-fi in Planet Coaster 2. Again, I don't know how else to make an alien planet other than the Coral Pack right now, but I think it was a pretty strong effort. Boarding station looks absolutely outrageous. Okay, that was a phenomenal way to kick off the episode, but look what we have over here. The second one of the day is going to Exodus by Will to the Kid 2. Will to the 2 Kid. Yes. And here they say, hello, Johnny. This is my second coaster I've submitted and my second coaster ever. This coaster is inspired of anything other than Viking themed. For Exodus, I tried to create a story of a research facility becoming destroyed by a meteor, shower. The mission is to clear the way for the escape shuttles so the researchers can leave the planet. Took me a couple days to make, and I think it really paid off in the end. There are some barren areas, but I tried to make the entire coaster feel a little less copy pasta. Highly recommend viewing at night, as there are over 100 lights in the entire blueprint. POV recommendations below, front seat left, day and night. We'll definitely do at least one of those. Let's go! All right, we can definitely see that these doors are actually just a piece in the game, which I kind of figured they were. However, people used to do those like that manually in Planet Coaster 1. Very, very cool. All right, this is going to be an experience. Let's freaking go. Nicely done. Those bowlers were just moved. They were just moved. That's so clever. Oh, wow. I think that could be used in some mine train coasters as well. There's some really good concepts here. Here we go again. Oh, whoa. Oh my goodness. We got an action coaster, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Not only are there 100 lights, you have like 100 VFX as well. This is spectacular. Oddly enough, what's kind of funny, I was just talking on Discord the other day. Starry Agent, who we just previously featured, talked about Action Coaster Contest being their first ever contest and how they were really proud of their creation, which was very similar to what we're seeing right here. Very, very freaking cool. I don't know if I edited it out or not, but as I was walking the queue wasn't actually connected in this blueprint, so I guess there was no guests on this one. In fact, I wouldn't mind oh, now we have the guests. I was gonna say, I wouldn't mind doing a look forward or something. Oh, there's only 4 seats on this little thing. Okay, here we go. Holy Toledos. I absolutely freaking love this. Oh, it's phenomenal. Before I forget and before we talk about this, I forgot to mention something with Starry Agent's queue over here because I usually record the queue separately, so I wouldn't have been able to point it out. What they did here is actually really, really cool, and I would love it if... Oh, I can't place myself down on the queue? Anyways, you saw in the footage, I just walked right over this. When they're attached like that, you can actually just walk over them, and if there's no railing, I don't have to jump. So it forces the guests to properly take the queue still, but as a viewer, I can just, you know, trounce right over top. So I really like that, and I appreciated that. And then when I saw this queue here, I thought, oh, you know what? They should have kind of done the same thing. I really like that. So anyways, this creation's crazy. It's like an action coaster contest. There's some things that are really clever, and I feel like we're going to see more of. You had some boulders, or I guess meteors, like this one. Just having that subtle movement inward, where it's just kind of gradually moving, it does really make the environment feel full of motion. And I think that's very clever. In fact, I would almost have all of the rocks on movers. Just having a little bit of sway to them really made me feel like I was going through an asteroid field. In fact, I'd probably do it to some of these even, unless they actually take off and explode. But tons of triggered events, tons of lighting. There's a lot going on here. While it's not the most visually appealing at daytime, and it looks just like a crazy hot mess, when you're on that POV at nighttime, even daytime's pretty good. The experience absolutely delivered. And we haven't seen too many action-packed action coasters like this, especially not that of Sci-fi throughout Planet Coaster so far. Really, really cool stuff from a brand new builder to this community, Will 2 the 2 Kid. Such a bad name for a dyslexic person like me. All right, third creation of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is going to Element Core, a builder, and here they say, welcome to Air Force Pilot. Take a joyride in a jet plane and pass your flying training. Hey, Johnny and gang. After starting off with recreations of the Velocity Coaster and the Incredible Hulk, which we did previously feature, I wanted to take a stab at trying the original coaster and fully themed blueprint. The blueprint features less than 4K items, nighttime lighting, and yes, music. I'm definitely learning with each build I make. Thank you to the community and you. Keep on inspiring. Oh, very, very nice. Let's go. Oh, this passes the vibe check 100%. Love it. I'm feeling like a Maverick, Top Gun style. So cool. They did say nighttime lighting, so let's do it. Let's go. I love that Planko Smith, Aerosmith Planko style edition. That is a ton of fun. You're probably wondering what is a Top Gun Air Force style coaster doing in a sci-fi episode. I mean, it fits. It kind of fits. I mean, these could easily be fighting these alien ships, right? We got Air Force pilots defending planet Earth from the invaders. That was the concept. Also, I just didn't know where else to put it. Where do you put this in a bundle? I have no idea. It's a unique theme. It's a different theme. You have the Air Force vibes. It's really cool. It's a clever use of the coaster train as well. Coaster layout's really fun. Yeah, it hits on all notes. The footprint's a little bit on the big side, but you try to fence it all in. You got some environmental stuff going on in there. So it's all pretty good. I guess the only thing it's missing for me that I would have really loved to see is a runway. It needs a freaking runway. Come on, we have to launch the jet down a runway. And I guess what you could do is take some inspiration from our other creators. Maybe you could build a jet or multiple jets, and maybe like when you're doing a roll or you're hanging, or like say you're coming over here upside down, you see 3 jets streak across the screen. Some ideas like that. I don't know. I'm just giving you some crazy ideas to innovate and take this to the next level, but it's looking pretty good. Elemental Core, this is like your 3rd or 4th feature now. You're pretty consistent, you're pretty good. So with that being said, we can't just keep you at Builder when you're constantly advancing. So we're gonna move you up to Advanced Builder just because of your sheer dedication and non-stop commitment, and also just great creations. So really good stuff on this one. I had a ton of fun. Air Force Valley, awesome, well done. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, is going to ZAPZ Coasters by MYLORDS. And here they say, it's just one of those coasters from Universal-inspired theme park called Invasion Studio, going to have a sci-fi invasion side to the park. It's a short ride, but it's a good one. I hope you enjoy. Keeping it short and sweet. Ride results, ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Quick look at them there, and let's take a quick peek at this custom coaster train as well. That's fun. You said it's inspired by Invasion at Universal Studios. I'm gonna have to look that up here. I'll do it in orbit. We just switch it up, and then we'll do a nighttime POV. Oh, that's very clever. I'm just noticing this now that we're not in orbit. It's like we're getting slowly beamed up. Ah, I really like that. Very, very cool. Although the custom bit you put on the train is a little bit in our way for track view. That's all right. Another really good creation, also passing the vibe check. All of them are here today. Great music on all our coasters, great nighttime lighting on all of our creations, and a ton of very fun sci-fi theming. I am a big fan of these little saucers you got moving around. You got multiple movers. This one moves back and forth, also spins, also rotates, and also on a larger rotator, giving it all of this sporadic movement. I do kind of wish you had these ones kind of weighing back and forth, or at least bobbing, but nonetheless, it's very, very cool. Absolutely absolutely freaking love it. Has the spirit of the, I wanted to say contest, has the spirit of the spotlight for me. A lot of creativity, a lot of vibrant colors, it pops. I think the only thing you're really missing is a little bit more of a detailed coaster station and a nicer looking queue. It's just a wobbly queue here. Not much going on. Apparently there's something down here. Not really. Staff facilities. Okay. All right. Very good stuff here from MYLORDS, another unranked and now builder to this community. All these new names. Very cool to see. A couple returning as well with Starry Agent and Element Core. Our fifth creation of the day is going to a name I actually recognize. They might have been in the Flume contest. This is Star Rush by HicalebiH. And here they say, Star Rush is my first ever attempt at a decorated coaster, let alone a blueprint. I'm really proud of how this turned out. I hope everyone enjoys this, and please give me some feedback. I'm currently 0 unranked and submitting this, and would love to know what I can improve on. Made this on an Xbox controller on a Steam Deck. Nighttime recommended. Yeah, so I believe HicalebiH is now a builder because I think they participated in the Flume contest. So very good to see their name showing up again. All right, we're gonna be kicking things off. Here's the ride results, by the way. Can have a quick pause there. We're going to be kicking things off in front bumper for Dave for the best ride experience possible, and we can actually see the coaster circuit. And then we'll do the nighttime as requested. Let's go. No wonder nobody's riding this. What in the world just happened? I am dying. What? Oh, did you ride your coaster? Question mark. Oh my heavens. Wow. Where did that happen? It was at the block section, right? Let's see. As it pulls into this block section, all hell breaks loose. It just crumples. Well, and we can even open it? It passed the test results? How? Oh, look at that. They're not even connected. How did you manage this? We're just gonna auto connect them? There we go, done. Hopefully that fixed it. All right, take two. Take freaking two. I'm gonna speed it up until we get to that point, just in case. Oh, you know what? I wanted to do track view as well, or front bumper. All right, let's see, let's see. Did the Johnny fix work? Nailed it. What's funny is, when I loaded up this stage park, the guests were leaving the queue, or they were facing backwards, and the ride operator was missing. And I was going, I swear to God, Frontier, fix this no staff thing, right? And that's what came to my mind, was it was a staff issue, when in fact, let's just do seat view. The coaster didn't work. All right. All right. So, first bit of feedback for you. Hi, Caleb. Ride your coaster before you send it in. The nighttime lighting is your recommended settings, and I feel like it's just plain white lights near the supports. I definitely think you can punch it up, and you have some great examples of good nighttime lighting right here in this episode. Add a little bit of color to that nighttime lighting, I think. You have this kind of yellow and black theme going to it. Maybe you could have called it the Bumblebee and made a chunky fat bee. I don't know. What is this one called? It's Star Rush. Yeah, I didn't get any sense of sci-fi from this one other than the actual name. You could punch up the boarding station, add some, well, there's some stars, add some sci-fi elements to it. There's the Star Rush sign. Queue's a bit of a mess too. There's not a lot going on there. And I guess, you know, rather than me explaining how you can improve it, I would just take some notes from the other creators. That's a sick boarding station. That had great nighttime lighting, you know? Same with this one over here. So I guess I just noticed that the comet is wedged inside the building there. But yeah, for our creators here, the last two, 1, 2, new builders to the community tend to not theme their boarding stations. We got a few really good themed boarding stations over here, as well as some really good nighttime lighting on most of these. So, you know, coaster layout's pretty good when it works. It's pretty fun, but thematically there's not a lot going on. So it's a pretty decent first time creation. I'm not mad at it. So welcome to the community. Hi, Caleb, and great first time spotlight creation. Boom, sci-fi themed, everybody. I really like this episode. I feel, like I said, they all hit the vibe check. They all had fantastic sci-fi-ish music, which created a fun setting. They all had this fast, furious action pace to them. The coasters were phenomenal. The lighting was phenomenal. It literally checks all the boxes. There's a lot of really great creations in here that gave me the wow factor here today. So great job to our 5 creators. Welcome to the community for our new 3 builders, and great to see you back at it yet again, Star Agent 99 and Element Core. If you guys want to download any of these 5 creations, the share codes will be down in the description. Sometimes they don't work if they get updated, and the workshop likes to break once in a while, and the codes are also case sensitive. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. And if you guys want to get your stuff seen, come join us on Discord. Submission forms are down in the description as well. And if you'd like to support the show because you enjoy the content, a few bucks can go a long way. So thank you to anyone who decides to support the show. Really appreciate it. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Coaster Spotlight. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.